So what we're gonna do is we are going to first watch the trailer just all the way through, not stopping. You'll see my live reaction, seeing all of this for the first time, and then we'll go through and analyze it a bit more closely. So there may be some things that I miss. I'm sure there are other people who have already done like thorough, in-depth analyses, breaking it down frame by frame and all that, but we'll take a look more closely at it after we first watch through. Also, can I just say, they announced the Pikmin 1 and 2 remaster, which I have literally been begging for months. Like this, when it's posted to YouTube, this reaction thing, like, okay, So I'm going to be posting this like shortly after it's recorded, but as of recording this right now, we are still in the middle of uploading videos for the entire Pikmin series that I've recorded over the past several months. Like as of right now, Pikmin's 1, 2, and 3 played, recorded, done, working on editing, getting them out, but I played them months ago, and I spent the whole time begging for Nintendo, please release Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Switch, remaster the damn thing. I don't care if it costs like $100, take my money, and then they just announce it. Okay, so that's the ship we saw before.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps.
Create your own character.
As
Mine's gonna be an abomination.
Recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms. There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin.
We're going inside!
And the adorable rescue pup,
that was a kitchen!
Ochi. Good boy. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps
repairing the
spaceship
ship again.
and save any castaways you find. All right, let's explore together.
Okay.
Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action.
Okay.
Blow your whistle to gather them and have them follow you. Throw your little buds at things and they'll start working for you.
I'm like, my
Ochi
eyes are
will
literally
also
going
prove
everywhere.
To be a great canine companion.
I'm trying to look at all the things.
He can carry items with Pikmin. Or smash obstacles in your way. And if you need a flotation device...
That's literally inside someone's house.
There you go. Ochi can even stand
Are you
up to
kidding?
the wildest creatures.
Go, Ochi.
Collect lots of treasures scattered around the planet to fix the spaceship's radar and open up new areas to explore. Exploration isn't limited to the surface, though. Why not take the plunge underground?
Caves!
Here, a completely different environment awaits.
No, oh my God.
Unusual contraptions. Native creatures.
Oh, that thing is huge!
And even more treasures are around every corner. You might unexpectedly find some castaways, too.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, wait a minute.
Huh?
This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got to stop him. It's time for a
My fucking
Dandori
Sasquatch
battle.
Olimar? What?
Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi. Collect
Okay, is this
more
like a
objects than your opponent within the time limit to win and
multiplayer
save the
mode?
castaway. By rescuing castaways, you'll be able to do
Feels like
more
more side
activities
stuff.
back at base camp, which is right next to your spaceship. Train Ochi and teach him new skills.
Pikmin suddenly becomes an
Or build new
RPG?
equipment and items to help make exploration more manageable.
Oh.
For the first time in the Pikmin series,
Oh,
you
here
can
we go.
eventually set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch.
Or no.
Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert. Thankfully, you'll come across the new glow Pikmin, which only appear at night. Find luminals that produce valuable glow sap.
It's fucking
These mounds
glow
also attract
Pikmin!
various wildlife, so use glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminals.
What? Oh my god.
Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet.
I can't get over
But
the
with
fact that we're
Pikmin
going
and
into
Ochi
someone's
by your
house.
side, no challenge is too big or too small.
Whoa! Oh! The waves of the rocks! The waves of the rocks!
Pikmin 4.
So that's a lot to process. I heard they also updated the website, which has some interesting stuff we may want to check out. They have like in-game informational little videos. So it does look like these little crystal circles are just kind of like landing spots for the onions, maybe? Lead your squad through vast explorable areas to find treasures, discover new paths, and battle enemies of all sizes. You can also direct Pikmin to collect and carry resources that are helpful for your mission. Up to 3 Pikmin types can be with you in the field at a time. The rest will hang back until you need them. This has never been a thing before. You can only bring up to 3 Pikmin types in the field at a time. That's never happened before, except for like Pikmin 1 when there were only 3 Pikmin types in existence. Every other game, you could always bring all 5 types out. I don't know how to feel about this. It definitely adds to the sense of needing to strategize and plan things out. I would be okay with this if, and this is a huge, huge if, they have all of the Pikmin types available. I'm not just talking like, you know, the ice, the glow ones, the wings, the rocks, but also the purples and the whites. All of the Pikmin types from previous games, if they are available in the game, in the campaign story mode. Challenge mode doesn't count. I know the purple and whites existed in Pikmin 3 and the challenge mode doesn't count. I don't care. I want them in the story, in the campaign mode. So if that is a thing, then I would be way more okay with only 3 Pikmin types being allowed to be used at a time. So we got the reds, the blues, the yellows, the ice, these cool new buds can freeze enemies in their tracks. They can also freeze a body of water, allowing others to cross. Glow. I see him. I see him. These strange new Pikmin thrive in the dark, but can also turn into a ball of light so shiny it can stun enemies. Okay. Purple Pikmin! A single purple Pikmin has the strength and weight of 10 regular Pikmin. Because of this extra oomph, purple Pikmin can stun enemies when thrown and carry heavier objects. It also makes them slower on their feet. Rock Pikmin, these sturdy Pikmin are heavy and unbreakable, perfect for smashing crystals or dealing with large, stompy enemies. Oh my god, y'all, are we actually are we getting all of the Pikmin types in the story mode? Like, that is literally what's going to make this game better than Pikmin 3. Because y'all know one of my biggest complaints was that it felt like they regressed a bit in taking out the previous Pikmin types that we had been introduced to. Winged Pikmin, high-flying Pikmin that can carry stuff over water and lift obstructions. They're also good at battling enemies that can fly. And the white Pikmin, careful, these speedy little ones are poisonous. On the plus side, they can take on toxic environments better than others. I'm imagining it in my head. Like, I guess this still, it means that they'll exist in the game in some capacity. Again, I really hope that all of these will be available in the campaign, not just like, oh, they're secluded and sequestered off to like some side challenge thingy, whatever. I hope that all of these will actually be available in the campaign story mode, which would then make sense why you can only bring up to 3 Pikmin types out at a time. That actually sounds like a really good balance, and I really, really like that. Time seems to work differently when you're exploring the caves. Oh, so time is once again going to be paused within the caves. You know what? I don't hate this, I know that was kind of a big point of contention for Pikmin 2. A lot of people didn't really like that because it kind of took the real-time strategy out of a real-time strategy game. But personally, I don't mind. I don't mind this. I understand why some people do, but I personally don't. Collect resources. Treasures are a great source of sparklium! For those who don't know, what in the damn hell sparklium is, you've probably only played the main games, the mainline games, and you have had the blessed experience of never playing Hey Pikmin, which I haven't either, but I have seen it. And they're apparently bringing sparklium into a main game now. For some reason. I guess that's what these little blue crystals are that everyone's been making Breaking Bad references for. You can also collect raw materials that are handy for construction in the field or build new equipment to make exploring more manageable. Okay, so I guess that's how you get your upgrades? Rescue Command Post. Take your time to prepare for the day's excursion. You can chat with Rescue Corps members and castaways, accept side missions, and build new equipment to assist you on your expedition. You can also go on night expeditions from here. So it doesn't seem like, at least on first glance, that we're going to have a set day amount limit to get everything done. Because it feels like they're giving us a lot to do. So there's not really like a ton of urgency, it seems. You can still kind of like take your time, go do all the things, go do side missions and this and that, whatever you feel like doing on any particular day. Tricks of the trade. Every in-game day brings different adventures, but there's only so much you can do before you must return to the safety of your ship at night. Remember, if you can't get everything done that you wanted, there's always tomorrow. Okay, so that does seem to kind of emphasize a little bit more what I just said, that there won't be an in-game day amount limit. Like, you can take as many days as you want, although you are limited in the amount of time you can spend for each day. Rewind and retry. Something goes sideways, no problem. Give yourself a do-over with the new rewind time feature and try a different approach. That's not new. It existed in Pikmin 3, at least in the deluxe version. I didn't play the Wii U version, but you know. Bring your ship to you. There are multiple landing spots for your personal ship, the SS Beagle, so that must be those little crystal rings. In each of the expansive areas you can explore. Can we talk for 2 seconds about how the ship is named the SS Beagle? That's fucking adorable. Once you find a spot, you can freely land there. Helpful for cutting down time going to and from your ship. I'm very happy about that. Specifically because, as y'all know, I'm a Virgo. I thrive in multitasking situations, which is why Pikmin 2 and 3 are my favorite. Not that I dislike Pikmin 1, but having only one captain means that I only have one person to do things with, and it's kind of not the easiest thing in the world to multitask. I really like the ability to switch between captains, and it seems like we're only going to be able to play as this one character, the one singular character that we create, which I was kind of not feeling so hot about. But if we can literally like move our base around, that will help tremendously. Dandori is a practice centered around planning things out in advance and working efficiently. You can even put good Dandori to work for you in your daily life. In your expedition, you'll come across Dandori battles and challenges. Use your time wisely and efficiently to collect the most items before time runs out. So this is something that occurs in the campaign? In the actual story? Still sounds kind of like a side mission thing. Now that brings me back to wondering who the hell that hairy-looking Olimar was. So now we're gonna go through and analyze things a little bit more closely.
Welcome
Again,
to the Rescue Corps.
I'm probably not gonna see every single thing.
New adventure to a
Oh, okay. This fills me with unreasonable amounts of rage because I have a very bad history. What's his name? The peckish aristocrab? First thing, his coloring is very different from Pikmin 3. I don't know why, but also I did not notice immediately. There's a second one back here that is a lot smaller. This doesn't seem like a perspective kind of thing. This literally looks like this one is like this big, and then this one back here is like this big. he's not far away enough for it to be like some type of perspective thing, it looks like. Like, especially with this little water spout right here, he doesn't look that far away. Are they gonna have like different size enemies, maybe? Yo, they're bringing back the Mamuda. They're bringing back the Mamudas and they're fuzzy. They're so fuzzy. And we have this playground set back here, which we've kind of seen glimpses of before. I don't know if this is like for some background purposes or if we're actually going to be able to go on to playground equipment. Because apparently humans are alive and thriving in this, but you know, we'll get to that.
All sorts of life forms.
Okay, so these things, I don't remember their names. I don't recognize this guy, this little kind of a pufferfish looky dude. We definitely got more water enemies, which is nice. Give blue Pikmin more things to do. I don't know what's going to happen with the ice Pikmin since they're able to freeze water. How that's really going to work? Is it just gonna like freeze the surface and the enemies will still exist underneath until the water's unfrozen? First and foremost, I don't know what the hell this thing is. This is a new enemy. This is a modern kitchen. Like with the light fixtures and the tile, but the stove is on. So we have a fire hazard, clearly, but like, yeah, the stove is on. Humans are alive and existing within this world. I know it's been kind of like a theory that Pikmin exists on like some post-apocalyptic type Earth, but this is like confirmation that this ain't no post-apocalypse, at least in the world of Pikmin 4. So we have the eggs back here. I think that looks like a little nectar drop. So we still have the eggs where we can get nectar from. Is that a Dweevil? That's an ice Dweevil! They're bringing back the Dweevils! The little spidery guys! Wait, whoa, hold on. Hold on, can we see? Oh my god, that is a Dweevil right there. That is absolutely a Dweevil. I'm still curious about this guy. He looks like a freaking watermelon or some shit. Like, do these creatures just exist within the home? Is this a pet? Or are these like bugs that have invaded the home or some shit? Because clearly this is an active kitchen because they left the stove on. The thing I talked about before where they revealed you can create your own character, basically it's a gist of Olimar has crash landed onto the planet. A rescue team went to go save him, but then they also crash landed. And so now we're going to rescue the rescue team. So here's the thing. I know it's kind of like a funny joke all the time. Every single time we start a Pikmin game, we have a crash landing. This might just be me, but it's starting to feel a little bit stale at this point. Like, oh, Olimar crashed onto the planet yet again. Ha ha ha, what a goof. So what I'm hoping this is, and I may be entirely wrong, I hope that this is taking place during Pikmin 1. Hear me out. While Olimar is repairing his ship with the aid of the Pikmin during the events, everything that takes place during Pikmin 1, we are elsewhere on the planet rescuing the rescue team. I feel like that would be a really good twist. I think that would be great and kind of break up a little bit of the repetitiveness. But I don't know, with that new hairy looking Olimar, I don't know how that's gonna work into this. I don't know. It's just a theory, kind of like a hope, but I feel like that would be a really good direction for this game to go. Instead of just crash land again, Olimar, for some reason, keeps going back to this planet, no matter how many times he says he's going to take a break and actually spend time with his family. He's back yet again. I think this game should take place simultaneously as the events of the first game. I hope that is what happens. I could be wrong, but I hope. Okay, so this looks like our first look at the UI. We see the health bars of our character and Ochi, which are now over here in the middle left. We have a new day meter instead of it going like all the way across the top of the screen, which I kind of like. There's the clock on the fence that we see in every single freaking trailer. We have the blue meth, which I'm gonna keep calling it that throughout the entirety of the game. I'm never gonna refer to it as sparkly. I'm only Breaking Bad references here. We have the burgeoning spiderwort with the spicy berries. Good to see. Oh my God. It just sunk in. This is the clock from the fence. We take the clock down and we're bringing it back to the ship. So there's a lot happening here. I have no idea what this thing is on the stool here. That looks like maybe a yellow candy pop bud. I don't know what those are back there. Maybe more treasures. This thing looks scary. I wouldn't be surprised if this was an enemy right here. It is spiky and dangerous looking, and I already don't like it. Oh, here's the stove that was on. There's a tomato in the water here too. I'm still like, I'm trying to process, because we have spent literally 2 decades with the mindset that, like, yeah, this is Earth. It's never confirmed, but it's very heavily implied. Like, everyone was so convinced this was a post-apocalyptic thing, and in Pikmin 2, all the treasures are like things that humanity has left behind. Humans are no longer here. Any structures we come across are run down or whatever. But no, now we're in a modern, in-use kitchen. So this looks like definitely an entirely different area from where we start out. Yeah, it's literally like a whole ass beach. There's the onion, I think, back there, more pellet posies. There's a pumpkin back there. You can see it glittering, so definitely things you can collect. Have that little glitter about
Now
it.
to the wildest creatures.
Oh my gosh. Back there, there's the Olimar, the adjacent guy. I don't know. I have so many questions about that. If my theory about this game taking place simultaneously at the same time as Pikmin 1 is wrong, and this is like Olimar returned to the planet for like a 4th time, and something horrible happened, and now he's this hairy creature with some evil version of Ochi. I don't know how to feel about that. But clearly this does take place during the main campaign and story, and this is just like some side thing you can fuck off and go do. But Ochi can help in battle. He does have a health bar though, which obviously we already knew. That's not like a huge chunk of damage, especially, but from like a shake off, not even like a bite. So yeah, that wasn't even a bite. That was like a shake off, and it took that much health. Oh, that looks like gold sparklium maybe? Is that a pearly clamp? It's been 84 years since we've seen them in Pikmin 1. We only encounter them a total of 1 time. They literally said, this game is for the GameCube babies. Okay, I don't know what this is. Looks almost like a Statue of Liberty figurine. Like, hear me out here. Like, y'all know she's that color, and like her right hand is holding up the torch and her left one is holding up the whatever the hell it is. Based on other environmental things we've seen, that is a huge slide. Oh, there's the Mamuda. You can just barely kind of see him chilling out right there. They're bringing back the armored cannon beetle, and we're gonna be fighting him on a coffee table. We're gonna be fighting the fucking armored cannon beetle on a human coffee table. Hello? Clearly, here's the kitchen in the background. Okay, so is inside the house literally a whole separate area that we're gonna be going to? Imagine if the final boss is a person. That would be weird as hell. I don't know if I would like that, but just think about it. Like at the very end of the game, this homeowner, like maybe they're at work or something or some trip, vacation, whatever, for days on end. And they come home and there's these little itty bitty people with plant monsters just running around their home stealing shit. Holy hell, these fire geysers are not fucking around. Like, look at that. That's like an explosion.
Different.
So, obviously, we've had yellow Wollywogs in every single iteration of Pikmin, but they've never been this huge. This looks like an aquarium that we're in. Are we literally inside an aquarium? Is it just me, or does this look like a boss arena? And he's leaving puddles! Is this a boss wog? Y'all, I think this is a boss wog. They took our hatred for the wogs and like amped it up.
Features.
I'm convinced this is a boss Wollywog. I don't know why. I don't know how. But just look at this thing. Like, look at this man's shadow over the Pikmin. He could easily crush like 60 of your Pikmin if you're fucking around and not being careful. This dude is a boss. Right there. That is a blue candy pop bud. So now I'm even more certain that the yellow thing we saw before in the kitchen is a yellow candy pop bud. Why are you carrying the grapes like that? Like, I kind of liked the idea of, in Pikmin 3 when we were collecting fruit, like the Pikmin just literally pluck them off the stem and have to take them one at a time. That was cute. A little bit inconvenient, like if, you know, you had to go back and get them. Like, it was just something different, you know? Like, you have this bundle of grapes, and you pick them off one at a time, take them back to the ship. It was cute. I liked it. Maybe they changed it, though, especially if this is like a cave area or something. Like, since you only have the one captain, you can't just, like, leave someone behind to go collect the Pikmin later and then continue on about your business while they're taking all the grapes back to the ship. So maybe it's more for, like, a safety precautionary type measure so you don't accidentally leave a huge group of Pikmin behind. I don't know. I kind of wish they kept it in the Pikmin 3 version, but whatever. Y'all, look down here. Look down here! They got white Pikmin in the field. They got white Pikmin in the field. All Pikmin types confirmed for campaign main story? Yes? Question mark? Please? This could still potentially be like a side thing or a challenge mode or whatever. I don't know. But god damn it, this makes me hopeful to see that white Pikmin are actually part of the squad.
Wait a minute.
That's the blue onion. I was so focused before on this dude's hairy face. I completely missed. He's got a sprout growing out of the top of his head, which immediately gets me thinking to Pikmin 1 bad ending. Like in the Pikmin 1 bad ending, if you fail to collect all the necessary parts by the end of the 30 days, Olimar will attempt to lift off, crash back down again, die. The Pikmin carry his corpse to the onion, I think the red onion as well, and then he pops out like a Pikmin seed and plants in the ground, and you can see him in the ground with a little leaf like swaying on top of his head. There's no way this is like bad ending Olimar or something, right? I don't know what to do about that, but this definitely takes place during the main story and campaign because we saw this previously during the little bit where they were fighting a Bulborb.
This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got to stop him.
An evil Ochi. What are we naming evil Ochi? Evil Ochi. Oh! Evil Ochi also has a leaf sprout for a tail. I think actual Ochi has like a little puffball tail or something. I'm so confused. I don't understand anything that's happening here. Grouchy? Grouchy. That's what Evil Ochi's name is. He probably has a different name. I don't care. He will forever be known as Grouchy. So I was a little bit concerned, like, what lore story implications is this that these Pikmin have different colored leaves? I think it's literally just, especially because this is a blue onion here, it looks like it's just to determine, like, whose Pikmin belong to who. Ochi's Pup Drive? You have to spend Pup Drive to upgrade Ochi and his abilities. This is a garden back here. Like, those are one of those little sign things that you write on that you use to mark, like, this is this plant, this is that plant. These are like plant boxes back here. That might just be an environmental detail, but literally it looks like this whole game is going to take place in someone's house and around in their yard. Again, human final boss. Make it happen, Nintendo.
Or build new equipment and items to help make...
Oh, okay. So we got a lot of stuff we've seen before. Headlamp plus, the anti-electrifier for the captain, and also an anti-electrifier collar for Ochi. That's a separate thing. The rush boots we've had before, the scorch guard. Thermal defense. So that's like an ice protector. That makes sense because as we saw with the Dweevil, there are going to be ice enemies. Not just ice Pikmin, but also ice enemies. No. No! It's the little Bulborb larva. Oh, we saw those briefly when we watched through the trailer. But they had legs, so maybe it's like they've grown up a little bit from being birthed by the Empress Bulblax or something. I don't know. Bad memories. I don't want to deal with the babies. I really don't want to deal with the babies. These little star clusters that we saw before and kind of made a note of, but we don't really know
creatures
what they're
into a
for
frenzy.
yet. Yeah, that is literally like a Bulborb larva that the Empress Bulblax births, which we have seen her in the first trailer, so we know she's in this game, at least in a cave. Now I'm starting to have my doubts. It might have just been a night thing. But these guys got legs. They didn't have legs before. So maybe it's like the larva, like a middle stage kind of in between Bulborb larva and actual Bulborb. Like a middle evolution, like the fucking Charmeleon and Ivysaur and Wartortle of Bulborbs.
Find
So,
luminols
can
that
you
produce valuable
only
glow
use
sap.
the glow Pikmin
These
at night?
mounds also attract various
Like just the glow
wildlife.
Pikmin and
So
no other
use
types
glow-
of Pikmin? Because here, you only have glow Pikmin. I wonder if you're limited to just using glow Pikmin at night. Like, obviously, the glow Pikmin themselves can only be used at night, but at night, you can't use reds, or yellows, or blues, or ice, or whites, or purples, or rocks, or wings, whatever the hell. You can only use glow Pikmin, maybe. Ooh. Puffy blowhogs are back.
Many more surprises await on the...
We have purple Pikmin in the party! So this looks like the beachy area. There's the fucking Aristocrab who still haunts my nightmares. I don't know why he got a color change, but you know what, it is what it is. I am fairly confident that you're gonna be able to use all types of Pikmin in the main campaign and story. At least I hope. Please be the main campaign and story. I just want to use the purples and the whites and the wings and the rocks and all the stuff. And here's the living room again. This thing looks like some kind of like zip line, whatever. There's a calculator just chilling on the couch. This is a school project. People fucking live here. What the hell?
But with the...
Oh, wait. Whoa, hold on a minute. Oh, okay, so the glow Pikmin are taking those little star bits back to their base? Okay. And you can see, well, kind of, my face is a little bit in the way, but the little star mounds are actually marked on the map. So that must be like the goal of the night expedition. So this is probably a boss. Definitely looks like the sun's going down. We got rocks in our party. Ooh, good sign, good sign. We also have this little crystal circle here, so we'll probably be able to bring the ship and the onion over here once we kill this scorpion alligator looking monstrosity. Okay, so we can see around here, the edges of the screen are getting frosty. So this is like a frost moth or something.
challenges.
So yeah, we're back at the kitchen. This is a different angle. Here's the sink we saw before with the tomato in the sink. And then with the eggs and the nectar. Oh my gosh, there's like a little paper towel ramp going up to this ledge back here.
Too small.
There's the Toady Bloister. I still don't know what these blue things are. We got a little glimpse of the pearly clam clamp.
Pikmin 4.
So there's pellet posies inside the house. A demo of Pikmin 4 will also be available to download for free starting on June 28th. That's in 6 days! Y'all! Oh my god, we're doing a Pikmin 4 demo. We're doing a Pikmin 4 demo next week. Oh my god, we're doing a Pikmin 4 demo next week. Holy shit. Oh my god, I'm so excited.